Welcome to the GiantMonsterGames 2017 Advent Calendar, where we play through every single deck that has ever been on the channel, going from the least popular to the most popular, and as you can guess, we are number 6, which means we are now getting out of the completely unpopular decks, which isn't necessarily true, into the more popular decks. Today's deck is a little bit weird, which is why it's not at the bottom of the list. It is Slumbering Spirits. Now, if you haven't been around for a while, Slumbering Spirits is the fever dream of Ted, who used to make videos on the channel as well, and it is using two cards, specifically Mind Shrieker and Slumbering Tora, to get weird value from other creatures in the deck. Now, both of these cards are doing something relatively similar. So Slumbering Tora is discard a spirit card or an arcane card, specifically spirits in our case. Slumbering Tora becomes a XX artifact creature until end of turn, where X is the discarded card's mana cost. Mind Shrieker is doing something similar, where target player puts the top card of his or her library into their graveyard. Mind Shrieker gets +X until end of turn, where X is that creature's converted mana cost. So as you can guess, we have extremely high mana cost spirits, specifically Body of Jukai, In Name as One, and Seki Season's Guide, which are creatures we're never ever going to cast. We're never going to cast any of these, but they all have a huge mana cost, so we can discard them to Slumbering Tora and make a giant Slumbering Tora, or we can swing in with Mind Shrieker, discarding the top card of our library and getting a giant Mind Shrieker. All of the cards in the deck are revolving around these things, so we have a lot of scry, a lot of stuff to set up at the top of our library, so we can either draw into or have on top of our library any of these cards. Now, if you want to know more about the deck itself, an entire deck tech video, there's a link up in the top right hand corner up there and in the description below this video, along with some gameplay so you can see how this deck actually plays out. And if you want to pick this deck up for MTGO, there is a link in the description below this video where you can pick it all up, and it is all there for you, including the sideboard. Now let's get over to some gameplay video where I talk about how this funny, memey kind of deck actually plays. Now, I know this deck implies that you might be sleeping, but it's not actually a slumbering kind of deck. I'm not sure where I'm getting at with this, but we cannot keep this opening hand. We have, like, nothing. Hold on, can I keep this opening hand? I want to say no. I really do need, like, one of our win cons in my opening hand. I really should. So we're going to mulligan and see if we can get something better. And, well, we have all of the win cons. We're going to keep this. This is actually an amazing opening hand. And then we're going to see what's on top. Yes. That is also absolutely perfect. I do want to draw into that. So, yeah, you guys saw what this deck is supposed to be doing. We also won the draw. We also won the die roll, by the way. So I am playing first, and we're just going to ship it through to our opponent's hand. So this deck is super funny. I'm not going to lie. This is actually, this is one of Ted's decks. For the record, for anyone that hasn't seen the channel, hasn't been around on the channel, there used to be another person, which he's still around, he does stuff, but named Ted, that used to make a bunch of videos on the channel as well. And this is one of his mad scientist kind of creations over here. So what this deck is basically aiming to do is you are trying to, well, I explained it really quickly in the intro, but I'm going to give you a little more explanation. So it is trying to do two things. For starters, it's trying to get one of these two guys, so either Mind Shrieker or Slumbering Tora into play. And then both of these guys rely on giant creatures. So Slumbering Tora is you're discarding them. Mind Shrieker is you're putting the top card of your library into your graveyard. So you're trying to set up this combo where you're putting another one. Unfortunately, we're going to swing in for one. And then we're going to do this guy. So you're basically trying to set up this combo with these giant spirit creatures to swing in, and ideally, like, if I really wanted to right now, I could try his ability, but I'd rather set it up, like give us an actual setup, and then basically you can be doing on turn 2, turn 3, like something crazy, like 8-10 damage. So that's the basic game plan of the deck, and sometimes it works out really well, sometimes it just it doesn't work out very well. But it's really fun to play, because it's the deck is like quite RNG heavy in a lot of ways. You're like, it's like playing a little bit of the random, like roll the dice. So for this card here, by the way, what this one's doing is we look at the top 5 cards of our library, put any of them into the graveyard, and put the rest back in the library in any order. So we're choosing what cards go to the graveyard. Noxus Revival we don't need. Slumbering Tora we don't need. Mind Shrieker we don't need either. Yeah, you might as well go to the graveyard as well. And then we're going to put these back on top of the library in any order. I would like to draw the Serum Visions first. Put these cards back on top of your library. So Island goes on top, followed by Serum Visions. So that'll set us up for next turn. So we're gonna draw the we'll draw the Serum Visions, and then we will actually draw the yeah, we'll draw the Serum Visions. Ooh, that's a hard one to get. We're playing against blue-white control, by the way, basically. But he's not really doing much control-based stuff. I think we might be able to outrace him, though. That's the nice thing. Okay, so what we do now is we are going to play the Serum Visions, setting up the top 2 cards of our library. Neither of these are any good. We drew the land, by the way. Actually, these are both very good. But I need to draw it in order to get value off of Mind Shrieker. I think what we'll do is we'll put you on the bottom, put you on top. And then, so we went 1 and 1. Play the island, and then play a second Mind Shrieker. And then swing in. Oh, I should have done that second main phase. Not the end of the world. So the whole point right now is I'm trying to set up putting something big on top of our library. So then we can make Mind Shrieker like a 10-10. Flying, for the record. So this is what I'm trying to do here. Our opponent's going to be swinging in with 4/4 Angels plus this guy, which is Hexproof, which is going to be scary for us, but not the end of the world. If we also can get another land, we can also be doing, like, this and these guys in the same turn. Ooh. Ooh. Enchanted creature gets +4/+4 flying first strike and is an angel in addition to its other types. That's fun. And scary, but mostly fun. Mostly scary, actually. I say mostly fun, but I mean, I really do mean it's mostly scary. Because that's a lot of damage coming in. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 2 turns of that. I think we're going to take it. We're going to take it, and we're going to try... We're going to try next turn. We'll see how this comes. Oh, boy. Okay, going to our turn. This is where we make it or break it, right? So... First things first, we're just going to cast this not with buyback. So we get a Scry 3. None of these we want. All on the bottom of the library. Bottom, bottom, bottom. And then let's go to combat. Swing with one of these guys, and we're just going to chance it. We're gonna try it, guys. We're going to just random guess. We're going for it. It's gonna be us, I guess, because we should have giant stuff. We hit it! A Gagoom! Body of Jukai. So swinging in for 10. I can swing for 10 too, my friend. I can also swing in for 10. How does that feel? How's them feels for ya? And we're probably gonna chump block with the Mind Shrieker, by the way. So yeah, that must feel fantastic for our opponent. That must feel absolutely fantastic. So, okay. So here we go. Opponent does declare. Blockers, you have to block here. Which is fine. We have a second Mind Shrieker, which we're going to ideally swing in and get 6. 6 should be doable. 6 is completely doable. If he has a path, though, that means not so good for this guy. So we're about to find out. Does he have a path? Does he have something else? Other big creature? Other big creature is flying. Destroy all creatures. Huh. Well, that slows us down a little bit. So he gets his Angel's Destiny back to his hand, which is a thing. We do have Slumbering Tora in hand. So I think we just play Slumbering Tora. And then ship it to our opponent. Nothing too exciting here. The thing is with Slumbering Tora is it can only be Spirit or Arcane cards we discard. So we can't just discard one of these and make it a 2/2. It has to be like Body of Jukai or some other large creature-based creature or other spirit-based creature. So we need to get one of them into our hand, which shouldn't be very hard. I mean, we've thrown out a lot of our dig stuff already. So yeah, Mind Shrieker. Mind Shrieker is also a good card, but I think setting up our draw for next time round might be the best bet. Yeah, so we're gonna look at top 5 cards again, put them back in any order. Oh, he's gonna counter it. Okay, that's fine. That does happen once in a while. And then we ship it to our opponent's turn. I mean, them getting the counter spells is what their deck should be doing. And what do we got? There's gonna be another big creature of some sort. Oh, it's gonna be Angel's Destiny, which means, which does mean maybe we should have actually set up like something like. Oh no, we didn't have Mindstreaker, so that is gonna be us going to sideboard. But you guys get the idea what's going on here. We just need to. We got our point down to 6. We just didn't see anything. We like if we would have saw anything, because like we have a lot of spirits, like big spirits. We're gonna see it in the sideboard right now. We have a lot of them, so there's no shortage. We just didn't run into any of them. So what do we do against a deck like this? I think Slip Through Space is gonna be a good one. Then nothing's gonna be blocked anyways. As much as a Sun Droplet would be fun, I don't think it's gonna be very good. I think we need to put in Slip Through Space. I think we can take out Nourishing Shoal. Dispel is also going to be quite good. As much as I would like to throw Echoing Truth down, it's not going to really help out. The big one I'm thinking, the reason why I want Dispel is because I don't want him to counter our stuff. And because we're only a 20 land deck, playing Mana Leak is going to be really hard for us, is what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say here, at least. So, oh, we do have Slip Through Spaces already in here. Target creature can't be blocked. Draw a card. I think we can take out. No, Noxious Revival is pretty crucial. We can take out though. I think we take out a single Nourishing Shoal. We don't need our single Slip Through Space. We just need a couple other things to come out. Slumbering Tor, you need to stay in. Contingency Plan. 50-50. Scry 3 is really good. I think we gotta go down a Serum Visions, and we go down probably one of this as well. Tamiya's Scheming. I think that's what we do. So putting another Slip Through Space, just because he has big creatures that he's going to be potentially blocking with, and we need to be able to get under that. We are going to play first. And what do we think of this opening hand? I think this is a good opening hand. I like the fact that we have 4 lands. That makes me very happy. I also like Noxious Revival. Mostly because Noxious Revival allows us to, in response, we can throw stuff into our graveyard. When we put stuff into our graveyard from Mindstreaker, we can then put it back on top of our library and then Mindstreaker again, which is super fun. Especially if we know there's something big on top, we can basically make Mindstreaker huge. I'm assuming he, though, is going to throw in a bunch of... Ooh, Ghost Quarter. Yeah, I'm guessing he's probably going to have thrown in a bunch of like Path to Exiles and other creature removal stuff. Or someone plays Mana Tithe? Who does that? Well, on our opponent's end step, we are going to Noxious Revival, I think. Mindstreaker back on top of our library, because I would kind of like to play that. Who plays Mana Tithe? He's playing blue. Why would he play this? Why wouldn't he play like Spell Snare? Seems like maybe it's a budget option. Maybe he's doing a thing for budget. Mind you, his like win con is not very budget. So who knows? Who knows indeed? Noxious Revival, you bang life. I would like to draw my Mindstreaker again. Thank you very much. And we will play Mindstreaker. Yes, and then we're gonna play the island, and then we're gonna ship it to our opponent's turn. Who plays Mana Tithe? I mean, it's good if you're playing like a mono white control deck, which is, I guess, technically a thing. Mostly prison style decks, you could play it, but again, I don't know. It seems very strange to me. As long as an attacking gets +2/+0. Nice. Oh, that's cool. You can pay life. This is a fantastic card. I should build a card around this. I should. It's 2-drop. I mean, the one downside of this card is it's a 2-drop for 1/1, but it has pay for life and you can make it indestructible. That's pretty rad. Pretty rad indeed. Note to self: build a soldier's deck. Okay, let's go this way. We're gonna need to Ghost Quarter this thing at some point as well, I guarantee you. So Tamiya's Scheming, paying 2. Cards that go into the graveyard: island. Okay, cards that go back on top of our library. You go first. You go second. Go to combat. Attack with this guy. See if our opponent has any response. Assuming they have no blocks. choosing myself, paying 2 mana, dumping a giant creature into the graveyard, and swinging for 10 damage on turn 4. Turn 4, it's okay. Not the end of the world. And then, yeah, we're going to be going to our opponent's turn. And if we can do another one of those, that would be fantastic. That's what we need. We need another card. I put the Mindshrieker on top of the library because I have a hunch this is going to get removed at some point. So I'm like, maybe we should get a second one. I would not be surprised if this thing goes away. So yeah, so this guy's not budget. This guy's not even close to being budget. So it looks like he's playing like a budget-ish deck. Also, this isn't budget either. Celestial Colonnade, definitely not budget. Celestial Colonnade is very good though, just not very budget. Okay, so we are going to draw into another Mindshrieker, which is fine. But I don't think we're going to play... I think we're going to try and cheese it, guys. Hold on. Can I cheese it? It's going to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think we just try and cheese it. Like, why not? Just go for it. Let's just go all out. We're going to double Mindshrieker. We're going to try for double Mindshrieker. He's tapped out. He's not going to be able to do anything anyways. He doesn't have anything to block it. So let's give it a whirl. Let's give it a whirl. What do we have to lose? What do we have to lose? So go to blocks. Other than the game. Other than, like, everything. We have everything to lose, technically. So, okay. So, choosing me because I have giant things in my graveyard. Or in my library. And we dump a 1-drop. Okay, let's try again. We dump a 1-drop. Dang it. Well, we swing in for 3. Not today. Not today. And we might as well slip through space just to draw a card. We draw another Mindshrieker. Neat. Not quite what we want. Not quite what we want. So one downside with this card is if you don't have it set up, you're like, it's pretty risky sometimes. So what do we got? Okay, there we go. Our opponent does get us. This is what I was actually afraid of. Is our opponent playing this enchantment again. Which is okay. You guys get the idea what's going on with this deck, even though I didn't win. Mostly because I decided to, as Ted would say, risk it like a biscuit and go for the win rather than go for the play it safe. So, yeah. Well, this has been Slumbering Spirits deck. It is super fun. It is totally a meme deck. This is a deck you build out and play with your friends. You build and, like, play with your friends just for fun because it's kind of wacky and funny. I don't think the deck, at this point, at least not right now, is not super competitive, but it is super funny to play. Mind you, this deck here, the Slumbering Torah deck, or Slumbering Spirits deck, completely wrecks Lantern Control. Completely wrecks them. It's amazing. It makes it... Because basically what you're doing when you're playing against Lantern Control, because I've played twice against Lantern Control with this deck, and you're basically, as soon as they get Lantern into play, you're using Mindshrieker to make sure that they don't draw anything relevant, and they're using all of their cards to make sure you don't draw anything relevant, and it's very weird. It's very, very weird. Especially because... as long as they have one card in hand, you can still swing it with Mindshrieker and then make it even bigger, which is awesome. Super awesome. Okay, well, this is me losing the game, guys. Until next time, thanks for watching. This has been Slumbering Spirits, even though I did go 0-2, but Christmas is coming. Hopefully there'll be better gameplay videos in the near future. Until next time, my name's Adrian. This is GiantMonsterGames. Don't forget to game like a giant monster. Hold on. I say this. Didn't I die? 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I did die. Okay, apparently I did die. Okay, till next time. Thanks for watching the GiantMonsterGames Advent Calendar. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe if you like this video and want to see more videos just like it. A huge shout out to all of the Patreon supporters. You guys are helping make videos like this, and if you want to pick this deck up, there is a link below with an affiliate link so you can grab this entire deck on MTGO.